All right, Man on the Street, we're from Wander 360, and we're just wondering, what is it that you like about our show?
Well, I listen. Some of your music is okay, it's good sometimes, and other times I would rather churn butter in the dark with a whole bunch of mosquitoes eating my balls instead of listening to your show.
All right, welcome to another edition of Wander 360. I'm Oscar Emerson, along with your hosts, Avis Gray and Aviana Gunavati, and we hope you enjoy the show.
All right, welcome to another edition of Wander 360. I'm Avis Gray.
And I'm Aviana Gunavati. And boy, oh boy, sorry everyone, we did not have, Avis, he failed you guys, you know, him, Mattia. You let us all down.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I had a whole bunch of stuff that I was going to read on air, and I was doing other things, you know?
You're doing other things, huh? Like what?
Like making the Last Chance Town music video. That took 3.5 weeks. I also put out our new album under your name, the Gunavati Cafe.
Yes, my name is on lots of things. It's that...
So yeah, the Gunavati Cafe, it's got Qualia Cafe on there. Woman on a Rant.
One of my favorites.
Yep. Clickbait Love.
Not one of my favorites.
Right. Woman Out There.
I like that. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to say this. I like pretty much every song on there. However, there is a mind wipe song you have to be cautious of, folks.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I think it's only mind wipe for some.
Yes. If you're living, breathing, and you can hear, it's probably a mind wipe song for you. Right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Isn't it a mind wipe song for you, Avis?
Yes.
Exactly. You look reset right now before I even say the title of the song.
Yeah, well, we're talking about Let's Get It Started, Wait.
Exactly. Let's get it started. Wait, my brain is vanishing from my brain is melting.
I know, not your favorite song, right?
Not really. No. Every other song on there, though, I love. I love it. Love it. Blue Skin Angel. Blue Skin Angel. I love it. I love it. I love it long. Tangled Messy Mind, Politics, Religion, you know, all of those are just great tunes. But yeah, we've played, I think, pretty much every song in our editions. So it's more like, here you go, here's a little gift for our Wander 360 fans. And I hope you enjoy a music album without us jabbering back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Sometimes we got funny things to say, though, you know?
Nah, well, yeah, I mean, I suppose I do. You, nah.
Well, I'm just as witty as you.
No, you learn from how witty I am. That's what happens. Anyway, moving right along.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, folks, the Last Chance Town music video that apparently Avis was slaving away at.
You know what? I did actually work really hard on it.
You worked hard on it?
I did for it was like the middle section of that video where the cartoon guy is flicking the switch to turn our AI band into a real fake AI band. That took 3 days alone. Okay, that's some dedication, isn't it?
I suppose. All right.
Yeah, you know, I mean, so I think it turned out pretty cool.
You know, there's one thing I don't really get about the music video you made. And if anyone else wants to comment on this, please do. But what's up with the giant gerbil badger? What is that thing that's running at our character?
It's not a gerbil. It's like a giant bear. Well,
it's a gerbil, Avis.
Okay, I guess it's a giant gerbil. I don't know. But if you've seen a giant gerbil in a graveyard late at night, wouldn't you run?
No, actually, I wouldn't run because if I'm in a graveyard late at night, other things are going to run from me. That's what's going to happen. That little gerbil thing, I would be roasting it over a fire, okay? I would club that thing with a flashlight until it was ready to be cooked, okay?
All right, well, you know what? You're one of a kind. So, anyway, that giant gerbil, I thought he was scary.
Well, to you. You know what? Just one last thing about the music video that I don't know whether to laugh or to be impressed, but you lasered the main character at the end, and then you exploded our band. What was up with that?
Well, I mean, number one.
Yes, number one.
He was very frustrating to actually work with.
He was, huh? So you lasered him?
Listen, I don't know if it was a him or a her. I'm going to tell you there's a close-up because I started with a guy, right? And then the animation started taking on a life of its own, and I'm not even joking, it grew boobs. Like it literally was like a C cup at one point, and that's why there's the close-up where, he's going through the graveyard all panicky, but at that point, he had like a C cup going on.
That still doesn't tell me why you lasered him.
It felt like the right ending. Just shoot him with a laser.
Right. So moving right along, you're all probably wondering, what do we have planned for the future?
I know what we have planned.
Yes, I know, but other people out there don't know. So let's tell them.
Okay, so folks, I got in some cool books. The first book I got in, it's Poems from the Sanskrit. And if you don't know what Sanskrit is, it's from India. It's an ancient language. And this man named Penguin Classics, just kidding, this man named John Brough, he made a collection of these poems that he translated. And some of them, obviously are not everyone's cup of tea.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go get some tea. You can ramble on, ramble this, that, the other, whatever. You do your thing, Avis. Talk to the Wander 360 people.
Oh, okay.
They're listening.
Well, you go get yourself some tea, woman.
I know, I said that.
Getting back to these poems, I've got one here. Where are you? Here's a very short poem, and it's followed up by one that I think is kind of, it's unique. It's pretty, It goes, "Rise early, son. Ponder your acts. Think of the world to come. For be assured, the fruits of all you do will think on you." So that one's cool. That's on page 77. And the very next one, I do dig. I think it's cool, too. "When he saw her, he was struck by arrows of love, nor could he save himself by shutting his eyes. For he was a young man of inquiring and philosophical turn of mind. And so he was forced to examine the problem in greater detail of how the Creator had come to make a figure like hers." Now, I don't know if that is really poetry, but it's pretty. And I have shuddered at the sight of a beautiful woman before, where I was like, my God, I didn't realize women like that existed, but they do. And they're pretty amazing.
What were you just talking about? Were you just talking about me? What were you reading?
I absolutely was not talking about you, but I'm going to actually use some of this as inspiration for some of the next songs for Wander 360. And I think that, I know that there's going to be some cool ones that come out of it. Just like the Gilbert and Sullivan inspiration one, or inspired one, "Love Can Level Ranks." I think that song's awesome.
Actually, I like to listen to that song before we start the show most of the time.
I bet you do. And then the other one is... what is it? Oh, it's Good Morning Muse. And Good Morning Muse came from the Golden Treasury. And that one was like about 4 or 5 different limericks that I took from different areas of that book from 1876. It was like several different poets put together into one amazing song. And I really do think it's amazing.
That one's a little better than Love Can Level Ranks. But in case you hate both of them, folks, remember, you can always listen to Let's Get It Started Wait, and it will mind wipe everything. Just, you might disappear, your thoughts will disappear, and you can start fresh. And you'll feel complete.
Hey, that's a different song.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if they don't like those songs.
You know what? I was looking up our stats the other day, and apparently we still have a few people in the UK that are listening, so thank you for listening, despite Aviana's horrible comments.
You know what? I said what I said.
Yeah, but I don't think you really didn't say sorry.
Oh my God, I think you're right.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening, and thank you for, checking out the music. I hope you dig it. And also, I hope you stick around for more music videos. There's a lot that's planned. Well, let me just tell you what's planned here. It's kind of cool. I've got Montana Girls planned, a music video for that. I was originally going to use actors and actresses and actually do a cameo in that music video, but I've since changed my mind. I think that would look much better if it was in cartoon form, similar to the Last Chance Town music video, but a little bit different. So anyway, that one's coming up probably, I'm going to say end of the month or beginning of August. And also, Matthias Wolf is going to be back on the program here. Last thing I got was an email, and he said that he had an interview that he did with a man that claims he time traveled.
Oh boy, and we're supposed to eat this up, right? This man time traveled?
Yes, we're supposed to eat this up. Believe it's a true story, and if you want, have fun, get some popcorn out, enjoy yourself.
All right,
okay?
Geez, God.
You know, I mean, Matthias Wolf, if he says that he thinks a man time traveled, I'm going to believe him, okay?
You know what? My only beef with Matthias.
Your only beef, huh?
No, it's just his cliffhangers. They just, I would kind of almost like to hang him off the side of a cliff one day, just so he knows what it's like for people to listen to his song and dance of story and have us going, what happened? And then he just goes, well, that was it, you know? Or how does he say it?
I think he just kind of stops cold. He's just, well, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, he's just, well, and then I woke up.
Right.
Matthias, you're always asleep. Let's be real here.
Yeah, but we love him. You know, the boy is out there throwing potatoes for the Wander 360 show. We gotta, you know, who else would do that? Who else is crazy enough to do it, huh? You're certainly not.
No, I'm not gonna go throw potatoes around the nation. It's fucking crazy.
Wander 360 Potato Man. A lost ninja art, throwing spuds in the dark. Wander 360 Potato Man. Trying to make some friends any way he can. Potato Man, spinning around with a spud in his hand, searching for a friendly place. Lost in a world of tater dreams.